I was supposed to go live earlier, but that's okay. Things came up and we were adjusting, we were pivoting. That's not one of the lessons I'm going to talk to you guys about, but one that is very important for you to know how to do is to pivot in life and in business. And honestly, it's just something that you're going to want to know how to do and at least get better at. So pivoting, right? When things go wrong, things change it up. You just got to make sure that obviously you're going to adapt to that situation appropriately. So without further ado, I wanted to go over 3 principles in business, basically, that I have learned over the years, or the last 4 to 5 years, as I've really figured out, like, hey, how do I want to build my brand? How do I really want to build my business? Even off of the career that I currently have outside of building online, what does that look like? And really 3 lessons and 3 principles that I really felt like these people need to know about this before really once they start getting serious about building their business or building their brand. Okay, so the first lesson that I want to go over is, what is your title? This is huge, and some of my recent mentorship that I've been going through has been instrumental in helping me really figure out my title. What is it that I stand for, right? What is it that I want people to know me as, right? When you go into an elevator and you're giving your elevator pitch, the proverbial elevator pitch, right? Or you're talking to someone and they're like, hey, so like, what do you do? When you have a formal job, right, and be like, let's say you do accounting or something like that, it's super easy to be like, I'm an accountant, right? Or, hey, I'm a doctor, or something like that. That's really easy to do. But what title are you going to have that's actually going to convey what your business is about and what you do for your business? For example, I obviously have passions in several things: leadership, health, wealth, people's finances, nutrition, online business building, women empowerment. These are things that I absolutely love to talk about and to teach about, but I can't say all of those things right in one business title. And so this is one of those things where I could say, okay, so what title do I want to convey to people? So one, knowing your title is extremely important. So things like, for example, myself, my title is Dr. Teresa Duthie, Healthy Living and Wealth Strategist, because that sounds pretty good, right? Trying to encompass all the things that I'm really wanting, not just things that I do, but the things that I want people to know. So if I'm in an elevator and someone says, hey, what do you do? Actually, I practice medicine. I'm Dr. Teresa Duthie. I am also a healthy living and wealth strategist. Really, that's interesting. So what do you actually do? And what does that entail, right? And so I can go into those specifics, but does it, one, open up the conversation? Yes. And that person's brain, what words triggers for them, right? Doctor, health, healthy living, wealth, and then strategist. So like planning, maybe figuring it out, people teaching, there's aspects of that. So one, knowing your title, extremely important. Did this take me a little bit to really think of? Yeah. Did I know what I was doing on a daily basis? Absolutely. But you have to think of a formal title to really encompass all of those things, to really make sense for people and really help out with your elevator pitch. 2, the second thing is knowing your customer. So this is extremely important. You guys, there have been so many people who have failed in business because they said, I have this great idea, I want to do this, it's going to be blah, blah, blah. But the market wasn't ready for it, or that's not really what the market wanted. And maybe there's a variation of your idea that the market actually does want. So it's extremely important that you really do know and try and understand, hey, what does my customer base want? And within that, as far as what does my customer base want, who is your customer base? Okay, right? So for a product that I push out, who am I really targeting? This is extremely important for someone to know. Whether you guys work for someone else and you are trying to help grow their business, or you have your own business that you're trying to grow, knowing who your customer is and what your customers want is extremely important. Why? Because this actually helps focus you. It helps focus your efforts so you aren't just putting out 10 different products that's not what your marketplace or your customer base wants. So you really need to figure out, hey, okay, so 1, what is my title? 2, who are my customers / what do they want? Extremely important. 3, the third thing is, what do you solve for them? So really, when someone purchases a product, for example, I just bought a razor that is phenomenal. It's called the Billy Razor. What is it? What's the target market? Usually, right, it's women, it's young women, it's women, it's kind of a hip and trendy brand. It's really cool marketing. I love it. So I'm their customer base. And what problem does it solve? Obviously shaving, right? I need to shave, and so it's an amazing razor, and it costs like not a lot at all. So for me, I had to say, okay, so I had to figure out for myself, then in my own business, what problem am I solving for this person, for this customer base? And again, if you're doing like B2C or B2B, so right, business to business or business to customer, that might look a little bit different, but the question would still be the same. So for this business/customer, what problem am I solving for them? Because if we don't know what solution we're providing to them, then let me tell you guys, it's going to be a hard sell. If you do not know, hey, this is the ailment or this is the issue that I'm helping solve or improve and making your life a heck of a lot easier, then it is going to be extremely hard for you to be able to actually pitch your product or your service, whatever it may be, or both. Maybe your business deals with both product and service, which is extremely important. So just to recap really quickly, okay, so 1, let's see, knowing what your title is. 2, knowing who your customer base is and what your customer base wants. And 3, what problem do you solve for them? And these are things that, 1, I've learned just in my experience, which is so important to identify. And these are lessons too that I've really just grabbed from other mentors that I've been like, oh, that's really good, that I've applied in my business over the last few years and been like, this is so extremely important for me to realize. So you guys, I hope this brought value to you. I promised you live. I told you I was going to do it. So I hope you guys found value in that. So again, 1, knowing what your title is, extremely important. 2, knowing who your customers are and what they want. And then 3, what problem are you solving for them? So 3 business principles that everybody should know really before they start getting serious about growing their business. So love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing Sunday night, and I will talk to you guys soon.